Hello everyone and welcome back to Brooke's Beauty Bazaar. My name is Brooke and in today's video I'm going to be talking about how long it takes to clear your fungal acne, specifically asking the question, do I ever get to go back to using my old products, and if I do, when can I do it? Roll the footage. By the way, if you haven't noticed yet, I got a new background. Thumbs up this video if you guys approve of it, and stay tuned because I'm going to be sharing how to introduce your old products if you decide to do so after watching this video. Let's do this. By the way, shout out to you, Danielle, for prompting me to make this video by commenting on my most recent video. If you guys haven't seen that yet, I'm going to link it right now. It is all about the fungal acne safe items in the Sephora collection, and there were so many. I was pleasantly surprised. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and click on that now. To answer the question, and I know this is not what you guys want to hear, but the truth of the matter is whether or not you get to go back to your old products is going to be completely based on you as an individual. To be honest with you guys, I personally have dedicated so much time to this channel and my blog to come up with fungal acne safe content that can help everyone who is in this predicament. And at this point, I have had such incredible results that I'm not really ready to abandon ship anytime soon, and I don't really feel confident enough to do that. However, it doesn't mean that some of you guys aren't in a place where you're ready to move forward. So I'm going to go ahead and just discuss some ways that you can evaluate yourself right now and your skin to decide whether or not you are ready to take that step. All right, so the first thing that everyone should do if you're considering the move back into your old products is evaluate your skin. You should ask yourself questions like, is my skin as clear as I want it to be at this point? Am I still experiencing a lot of active breakouts? Am I happy with the skincare routine that I'm currently using? And most importantly, does it seem like it's working for my skin? Do I have a lot of hyperpigmentation and scars on my skin that I want to maybe give some more time to heal? Have I looked at my before and after pictures so I can really see how far I've come at this point? If your answer is no, then I would continue on with your fungal acne journey for a lot longer. To be honest with you guys, I'm at a place with my skin where it's really clear most of the time now, but I still have so much scarring and just a little bit of hyperpigmentation here and there that I feel to take the journey outside of fungal acne right now would be the worst step I could take. And the reason for that is if I take a step away from this routine that's working for me and I start breaking out actively all the time again and it gets compounded on my face again, I stand no chance of actually healing these scars and having as perfect of skin as I'm gonna have one day. By the way, if you guys want to know about my personal acne journey, I made a video about it recently and I will provide the link to that right now because if you're in that bad space, I've been there too and I just want to share my experience. So that is my personal preference, obviously. But if you're in a boat where you were experiencing fungal acne from the more traditional perspective, which is tiny forehead bumps and it's just very minimal, you didn't really have any like hyperpigmentation or scarring problems, it wasn't adult cystic crusted on to your face, then you might be seeing really solid results and you might be feeling like you're definitely ready to move on. And I can understand that because for some people, fungal acne is just a temporary thing. So no matter which category you personally land into, the real question you need to ask yourself here is, why do I want to go back to my old products so badly? What's my motivation here? Is it because you haven't found a foundation that you just absolutely adore and you need to get one that gives you a different finish? Is it because you haven't found a skincare system that you really like and the products that are available to you just don't excite you? Is it because you haven't found a moisturizer? That should be everyone's issue. That's my big issue. But even though I don't have a moisturizer that I absolutely love in my life, I have one that's working for me and my skin's better for it. So I should be happy with that. And then last of all, is it just because you're dying to try rare beauty? Because I've got news for you guys. I checked out that whole entire line for you already, and Selena did not give us anything that is fungal acne safe. Now, I'm gonna step up onto my soapbox for a minute here because I want you guys to be very reasonable when you're rationalizing this in your head. If you're feeling one of those things that I just described, Trust me when I tell you, I 100% get where you guys are coming from. You're talking to someone here who used to spend thousands on beauty products obsessively, and I was a VIB Rouge member, and if they had had a platinum member at Sephora, I would have been that, because I know I was spending way more than $1,000 at Sephora every single year of my life. And I don't say that to brag. I'm just trying to get that point across that I am with you guys and I know how you feel. But you guys, that's what motivates me to stay here and keep making this content and being dedicated to it, because it is ultimately my goal to create a whole line of makeup products and skincare products that are completely fungal acne safe, that when you put them into folliculitis Scout or Saysia.co, you don't get a red flag of this could be harmful to you. And not only will they be 100% safe, but they're gonna be ones that you actually love the formulas on, because that's what this world is missing when it comes to fungal acne. We are a niche that is not marketed to at this point. And one day, I'm hoping I can change that for all of us, but I need your help to do it. So right now, if you haven't already, go ahead and push like on this video and all my videos. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel so that you can stay along for this journey and find out when those things happen. And if you guys really love me and believe in what I'm doing here, tell your friends and share my videos and my channel with everybody that you know, because I really want to make this happen one day. That was a shameless plug, and it was genuine, but my real soapbox moment is this. The beauty industry is a giant black hole of consumerism, and there will never, ever, ever not be a product that is revolutionary, new technology, fantastic, wonderful, the most pigmented thing I've ever used for you to buy. It's just never going to happen that we're going to stop creating products. And on top of that, there's never going to be a moment in the foreseeable future when an influencer or a beauty vlogger is not hawking all these items at you and telling you, you should buy this because I love it and everyone else does too, so go and get it. And I've got news for you guys. The beauty influencers do not care if your skin is clear or not. And especially speaking to myself here, I do not need a neon eyeshadow palette. I am never gonna use that. I'm 30 years old, and while I like to have fun and play with makeup sometimes, I definitely have a more defined style, and it's definitely not neon. It's a little bit more natural and muted and just playing up one feature at a time, and I just don't think that I'll ever get to use those neon eyeshadows. I have never bought an expensive new revolutionary product in the skincare realm that actually did what it said it was supposed to do for me. And on top of that, I have never used skincare that truly worked for the purpose that it was supposed to serve until I started using products that were safe for fungal acne. So I'm stepping off my soapbox now, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more level-headed here. But first, let's hear a quick message from past Brooke, because she has a quick message, and I will see you guys on the other side. Hey guys, Brooke here. I just wanted to drop a quick reminder that I struggled with acne for 17 years of my life, and it wasn't until I discovered fungal acne that I was able to clear my skin without the help of dermatologists, prescription drugs, harsh chemicals, or expensive products. If you want to find out the exact methods, products, and skincare routine I use to achieve these results, click the link in the down bar below to download my From Fungal Acne to Clear Skin Guide. Just look for the green check marks. It's a one-stop, straightforward guide to help you navigate the world of makeup and skincare when you're dealing with fungal acne. Now back to you, President Brooke. So thank you, past Brooke, for that wonderful message. Now let's go ahead and talk about how you can reintroduce your old products. All right, so the first thing here is don't you dare go and put all of your old products on your face at one time. That is going to be a recipe for disaster. Instead, the best way to proceed with this process is to take one product at a time, so pick your favorite one, maybe, I don't really know, and reintroduce that into your routine on a regular basis for a solid 2 weeks minimum, but I would honestly give it a full month before you make your determination on whether or not that product does break you out and you want to discontinue using it for good, or if you think you feel okay about it and you're gonna keep moving forward. So during that time, if you do start to notice any problems with your skin, obviously discontinue use immediately and go back to your fungal acne safe routine. However, if that month of trial period goes well, then go ahead and pick up another product, try reintroducing it and see how you get on from there. This is really a wash, rinse, repeat kind of a cycle, but I would not try a second product until you have completely gotten your skin cleared again. So you might want to wait a few weeks in between trying products if you did have an adverse reaction. So that truly is the method that you need to use if you're going to do this process. However, a couple things to think about. If you are going to reintroduce a foundation that you used to use and it has, 5 esters, a fatty acid, and 2 lipids in it, I can almost guarantee you're going to be creating a recipe for disaster on your skin. So I would really think clearly about what product it is you're going to reintroduce. For example, I was recently looking at some NYX products that I might want to purchase in the future, and one of the things that I came across was a colorful eye crayon that I really, really want to use because there's so many different colors, and that product had one ingredient in it, microcrystalline wax, that could cause you some issues. However, it would take a really long time for the malassezia yeast to really feed on that. So if you're thinking about it, I have a foundation here that's going to sit on my skin all day long with like 7 bad ingredients. And then on this side, I have one eyeliner pencil that's going to go on a very small portion of my face. And it has one questionable ingredient, but not something that's necessarily directly feeding my malassezia. Okay, what's the better option there? Obviously, it's going to be the eyeliner. So not only do you need to think about what product you're going to use, but I would start with a product that maybe has one baddie in it and then move from there and try to pay attention to that, because from this process, you can figure out which ones are really your bigger triggers. So if that bad ingredient is the microcrystalline wax and it doesn't cause you any problems, well, guess what? You can probably use microcrystalline wax in the future. But I would not bombard your skin during this process. Just be very selective and very careful. And by the way, if you are going to go through this process, I highly recommend, at the very least, you need to stick to using one fungal fighting active ingredient in your routine during that time. So something that I would recommend would be the Stridex maximum strength pads. They are salicylic acid, and that salicylic acid is going to directly fight the actual malassezia yeast and kill it off. In doing so, hopefully that's enough of a preventative measure to prevent you from having the yeast overgrowth all over again. And that's just a good safety precaution. You should always plan to be using an antifungal, probably for the foreseeable future, but your frequency of use might change. So those Stridex pads are gentle enough that you can use daily, but if you only want to use it once a week or once a month or something like that, then that would be fine too. And one final note on this is your climate. So if you happen to live in a climate where it is always humid and hot, you're probably going to be more prone to getting malassezia overgrowth. It's just the nature of the beast. I personally live in a climate like that. I can speak from experience when I tell you I live in the southeastern United States, and when I go and visit my friends who live in California along the coast, it is so life-changing how my skin behaves in the different environments. My skin is so much better over in California than, to be honest, it ever has been here in my lifetime. So it's just something you'll want to keep in mind. At the end of the day, research has shown that people who treated their fungal acne with antifungals both orally and topically were able to clear it, but after a period of time, it did come back. So here's what I take from that research. You are never going to be able to fully eradicate yeast and bacteria that grows on your skin. It's completely naturally occurring. On top of that, if you live in a climate that is more prone to fungal infections, that's going to work against you as well. And then if you're constantly creating a hostile environment on your skin by using unsafe ingredients that feed the malassezia yeast, you can fully expect that yeast to return, to have an overgrowth, and to go through this process all over again. Therefore, you are always going to need to take preventative measures when it comes to your fungal acne. Now, I'm not trying to scare you guys here. Make sure you understand. I just am trying to give you tools and prompts that will help you think critically about this issue so that you can make the best decision for yourself going forward. All right, I hope this was helpful to you, and I am going to be honest, I really want to hear from you guys about this. As someone who is suffering from fungal acne, have you personally tried reintroducing any of your old products? And if you did, how did it go? Tell me in the comments below. If you want to instead, you can drop me an email, comment on my Instagram post, however you want to do it, slide into my DMs. I don't care, but I really want to know because your experience could help me and so many other people who watch this video. So be sure to let us know, guys. We are all very curious about this topic. So as usual, I'm going to link some products below. I'm specifically going to link some fungus-fighting actives down there so that you guys can shop those if you need them. You can also shop them on brooksbeautybazaar.com by clicking shop at the top. And be sure to come and say hi to me on Instagram at brooksbeautybazaar, where I hang out every single day. How do I say this?
I have a new background.
What do you think? I need to do roll the footage again. Okay. Roll the footage. Hold on. Roll the footage. That's terrible. It's a terrible one. Let's get into it.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Sorry,
this lip is like peeling. Let me just take a little sip of water. Okay.
Sorry, I have to drink bad water. But cold water it closes up your throat more. That's why I couldn't give it to you.
That dirt water closes up your throat more.
No.
I think so.
No.
Because you choke.
Are you going to finish the rest in another 15 minutes?
Hard to say. Roll that footage.